Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, Gamergate is back. So says Rolling Stone. I've got an article here from them. It's up on archive because it's Rolling Stone and they suck. Outrage over Call of Duty LGBTQ pride brings us full circle to Gamergate. Almost a decade ago, video game culture helped give rise to the anti-woke movement that continues to plague us today. I'll link the article in the description box if you want to read it for yourself. I won't bore you with all the details because this is basically kind of a continuation of a video I'd made previously, and tons and tons of people have talked about it. But it's basically about the Nick Merckx stuff, you know. And it goes through and it talks about, the real drama, blah blah blah, and Pucky that, Call of Duty chant, blah blah. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. And then Nick Merckx replies, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Because it was basically a fight between pro-LGBT people and anti-LGBT people. There's a whole thing about it and stuff, but anyway, they talk, they talk some more. Activision did not immediately respond to comment, because why would they want to comment to Rolling Stone? You guys suck. Anyway, then it goes on, talks a little more, the same right-wingers who pounced on Bud Light, Disney, Target, and Chick-fil-A, blah, blah, blah. Talking about the Call of Groomers stuff. Because basically just the idea that you're going to remove the operator bundle because he tweeted, leave little children alone. That's it. Okay. So we go another article or another paragraph. Here we go. Gamergate. Oh yeah, just let it flow. Talking about, but this freaking out that a popular shoot 'em up entertainment somehow been breached by liberal attitudes of acceptance is also a revealing throwback to the troll movement that opened the floodgates to such crusades almost a decade ago. Gamergate, and of course they get a lot of the details wrong. Male gamers wage relentless misogynistic harassment of women in the industry, using the excuse of a trumped-up media scandal to vent their fury at what they saw as progressive and feminist values in games. Targets were doxxed and threatened with rape and so on and such forth. It wasn't trumped-up media scandal. If you don't know the stuff about Gamergate, there's videos about it and stuff that would do a much better job of explaining it to me. But basically, one of the things is it's about ethics and journalism. But then some people also say it's about the anti-woke stuff, about trying to stop communism and all this kind of stuff. And it's a whole thing. And some of this stuff did happen, but you're not talking about, these aren't Gamergate people. If you're going to blame Gamergate because a few people under the guise of Gamergate, doxed and raped and threatened to rape and stuff, then you also have to blame Black Lives Matter when police officers get shot to hell and when white people get shot up and stuff. You got to blame Antifa for the beatings and the killings and so on and so forth. It's like, if you're going to do that, okay, that's fine. Then you can blame Gamergate for this shit. But otherwise, you're just being absurd. You're being ridiculous. And it goes on. There's more tweets and so on and so forth. Like I said, I'll link this in the description box. You can read it for yourself. But why do I dislike Rolling Stone so much? This is from Wikipedia. So that tells you right there, because Wikipedia is overrun with liberal bullshit. Because because everybody knows what Wikipedia is, but any Joe Blow can basically edit and stuff. But anyway, they did a story called A Rape on Campus. It was published November 2014. It describes a purported group sexual assault and group rape at a University of Virginia frat house, essentially. They retracted the story in its entirety April 5th. Basically, it's another one of those Tawana Brawley type things, the Duke rape case or whatever, where some girl comes forward and says, I got raped by a bunch of guys. Some place runs with it, not even bothering to fact check. And it becomes a huge media sensation, the retraction, and not so much. They ended up getting sued, as you can see here. The associate dean, the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity, and several fraternity members later filed lawsuits against the article's author and Rolling Stone. They awarded $3 million. They settled a lawsuit for 1.65, so on and so forth. It was just ridiculous. It was absolutely absurd. I can link this in the description box. I guess I'll go ahead and do that if you want to read it for yourself. But it's a long article. So I don't know if you'd even want to waste your time reading it. As you can see up here, there's mentions. It just, the author finally apologizes. Rolling Stone apologizes and stuff. They just got stuff terribly wrong. It just doesn't stop them from doing anything. in the future, because they'll still do the same thing. You get the slightest sniff of a story, and boom. As long as it fits the narrative, that's what you're running with. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Fuck Rolling Stone. They don't know jack shit about jack shit, and haven't for a long time. They're as bad as like, Teen Vogue and Cosmopolitan doing damn stories about, bullshit like communism and socialism and so on and such forth. It's like, who the fuck wants to read Teen Vogue to hear about that shit? Who wants to read Rolling Stone to hear you sitting there talking about Gamergate and shit? Like, what the fuck? Rolling Stone is supposed to be a goddamn music magazine. What the hell are you talking about this stuff for? But anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here. I've gone a lot longer on this than I, kind of planned. But, like I said, this article just ends right there. That's how long it is. And of course, the Wikipedia article is even longer. If you want to read it for yourself, come to your own conclusions and stuff, hey, cool, go for it. Let me know what you think. But thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.